My people, my people, my people, did you fall out of a coconut tree? No, you didn't. You know what this is? This is the show that you've been missing for, how long has it been? A year.
Too long, honestly.
A year, a month, and 10 days. That's what, I think that's what my calculation says. A year, a month, and 10 days. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we're better than ever. Baby, guess what this show is? Reason, what's the name of this show?
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long time coming that I've said this. But, yo, welcome back to another lovely episode of Simply Complicated.
That's right, man. It's Simply Complicated. We are back in full effect, and I just want to say ahead of time, if the audio ends up sounding weird, I am not at my current setup right now. I'm currently doing a little job for a family member, and I just have my backup mic at the moment. We have one live chat message. I forgot we have an audience now. I forgot to mention we have an audience, and I'm going to read what the person in chat says. Oh, look, Extreme Elements. They're saying this is WWE 2K24.
No. What are you? Why? God damn it.
Yeah, welcome to WWE 2K24, the podcast about 2K24 and all the things that need to be fixed within WWE 2K24. I'm Bashful, and this is to my afar Rascal, and we're gonna talk about 2K20.
We ain't talking about no fucking 2K.
Oh shit. Oh man, I miss doing this. I've missed this so much. I have no idea. This is a new era, and this is the first person says first is Qualifier Sage. Well, you're the first person to chat in the first episode of the new season of Simply Complicated. Now, I do want to address one thing real quick. The older episodes of Simply Complicated, if you want to listen to those, they are still available. Seasons 1 through 4 still available if you want to hear our past shenanigans and how crazy the show was and how out of pocket. The show was really crazy, man. Like we really were just doing stuff. But we've grown, and if you want to listen to that, guess what? It is on it's everywhere. Is it not? Spotify, Apple, Google Play, all those spots. Just type in Simply Complicated and you'll be able to find that. This, however, is a part of the Simply Complicated universe, which is what the new episodes will be going under the title of. I just want to get that out of there. And if anyone was wondering, the narrator is still around, and I'm going to let him do his little intro real quick. Hold on.
Do you understand how... Reason, why did you introduce the show? This is my job.
I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry.
Like, why would you do that? I was supposed to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is Simply Complicated. We are back and live in effect. See, I was supposed to do that. See how booming and nice that sounds? And you just did it. And now I'm just kind of sitting here in the corner like, what the fuck am I supposed to say?
Well, you can, introduce each segment. If that helps, that's something he can do. Is that not something he can do, Reason?
It is absolutely something he can do.
Fine. I think I'll do that. I am introducing the show moving forward. For all the new listeners, I am the narrator. Simple as that. The name is the narrator. I don't have any other name. It's just that. Okay? I'm taking it back to Rizu and MCZX. Take it away, guys. Take it away.
You already know, guys, what's popping. It's your boy, Rizu.
Yeah.
I got the cookies. Buy one, get one for the same price.
The same price.
And it's I got the Rice Krispies. Buy 2, get 3 for the price of 4, but these hands are always free.
Always.
Man,
you don't want them.
On the other side of the room over there. It's the man. It's the man, the myth, the legend. My co-host. My brother.
Yeah.
The one, the only, MCZX.
How nice does that feel to hear once again? Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It is your hostess with the mostest, your captain speaking. This is the man where chaos and creativity meet to create this wonderful person being me. This is MCZX here, and welcome. I can't believe I'm saying it. Welcome back to Simply Complicated, even though I already welcomed you back like 5 minutes ago. I'm excited. Rizu, we need to talk about what the heck happened over that year and 1 month and 10 days. What happened? If you want to go first, you can go first. If the narrator would like to go first, he can go first.
Shoot. Narrator, you got things you want to say?
You realize I was supposed to introduce that segment, but it's okay. It's okay. I do have something to say, though. I have one thing to say. You're tuned in to Simply Complicated, the podcast where we make sense of the senseless. As you heard, your host, MCZX, and Rizu is by our side. We're getting into it. I'd like to say this segment that you're hearing right now is going to be called Dates from the Boys. Dates from the Boys. As for those who didn't listen to the final episode of season 4, episode 12, basically, MCZX hit a button, and now we're here. Things are different yet strange, and I'm still here as your narrator. And we have some new chatters. We have Young in the chat saying yeah, and Sir Titan 52 saying yeah with 2 R's. How fantastic. It is time for the update segment. Let's get to it.
Thank you,
right,
narrator.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Who's going first, pal?
I'm gonna go first. Go first.
Got it.
So, I think the last time we talked, you guys, I told y'all that life was going pretty good, swell, everything was happy and blah, blah,
To
blah.
cut you off, Rizu, I'm just saying the last time we talked was July of 2023.
Yeah. I know. It's been a minute since we've uploaded or since I've talked to the people. So, well, first and foremost, me and Siren are still very much happy and in love. She still has the biggest forehead.
Big ass forehead though. Shit big. Like a corner. Big.
She still throws objects at me mid-recorded.
She just threw an object at him. Mid-recording.
Since then, changes are one, I don't work at the school anymore. We've moped, we've cried about it, but for lack of better words, and honestly, there was a point in time where it's like stuff like this I wouldn't even say on the internet. But let's be real. The principal at the school told me there was a situation where a kid attacked another kid, and obviously you can't use names. Kid attacked another kid, and I defended my kid. And the principal's response was to be like, you could have been less aggressive, so I'm going to terminate you. And it hurt. I was sitting there like, dang, I've given my all to these kids in this school. You ain't even check on a kid that got hurt. You ain't do your fucking job as a principal. But ended up leaving. Still looking for something more permanent. But I will say that your boy has been streaming a lot more. Stream income has definitely been...
Sorry.
The stream has definitely been popping off, and just... Y'all know me. When I first started streaming, I told y'all I look at stream at the people who come to stream as family. So things have been popping off.
That's awesome.
Working full time, kinda. I say full time, but it's like more so not in the capacity that I was working before at the gaming center that I was working at. Working there in different capacity while looking for something more permanent, and things have been a little rough for your boy, but we alive and we gonna fucking make it. That's the most important thing.
That's the facts.
Honestly, I'm just happy that we come back and do this thing with y'all. We had both me, MC, and even Drew Orleans wanted to get into it and just like really do some stuff for y'all. But like life just been lifing. But I want to say about a week or two ago, we all sat down. Well, me and MC, and then we also got a call with Drew Orleans later. And we sat down and was like, yeah, look, we got to hop back on the saddle. We got to do the thing. And here we are. Definitely got a lot to talk about, but we're going to save that for later. MC, give your updates.
Okay, so basically, still maidenless, don't have no maidens. That's one. Because he brought up love and having a girlfriend with a big forehead. I don't have a girlfriend with a big forehead. I don't got shit. But I do love myself a whole lot. Whole lot. So that's one thing. As for the order of events, after that July thing, life was lifing, like Rizu said. Trying to do a weekly podcast and having full-time jobs at the time, impossible. And no, I have not lost my job. Thankfully. I know, because I said we had like full-time jobs, and that kind of implies like I'm also looking for something, but I am not. Life was lifing at the time, and trying to do a podcast every week is difficult when everyone's schedules is all over the place. On top of that, Drew Orleans, Bearded Batman, as some of you may know him, he was getting prepared for a wedding, and as time progressed, we kind of just put it on pause because it was real tough to get everybody together on call. We just waited. We went to Drew Orleans' wedding. Fantastic time. That was wonderful. Never been a part of a wedding before. That was cool. What else, man? Still have my undisclosed job that I can't talk about. Can't speak on that. It's not like Tommy from Martin. I swear it's not. I just cannot talk about it because that's lead to a whole bag of worms. But all I'm going to say is that's doing well. What else? What else is going on? Oh, trying to balance stuff like this podcast and creative endeavors and all that stuff. That's been tricky with time management with that. Also, your boys in the gym a lot more. That's a new life update. I did not expect to be a gym person or trying to become a gym person, but it's that transformation slowly happening, and I rock with it. It's cool. It's nice to be active and, eating as well as you can. I live in a food state, and so the food's just good everywhere, and you either know how to cook or you eating out a lot. That's just how it works. But besides that, watched a friend get married, did all that shit, been doing a lot of self-improvement, working on projects like this one and others to get off the ground instead of just laying dormant, like Capcom's video game library. That was definitely shots at y'all, because y'all don't be making no more games from y'all library. It's only 3 fucking games, and the only 3 games y'all make is Monster Hunter, fucking Street Fighter, and now Dragon's Dogma. And it's just look, that's a rant for later in the show, because I'm not going to do it right now.
For real, because I'm about to tell you, though, look, us that love Monster Hunter, we eating right now, bro.
I know. Y'all eating very well. I'm just saying, I just want y'all to put out another game. No, you know what the 3 is? I'm sorry. It's Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter. We ain't making no more games. Dragon's Dogma's number 4. It's just like, dang, bro, y'all don't care about none of y'all past catalog. You don't want to take a risk on none of that. No Saturday Night Slam Masters, no dark side, no dark stalkers, nothing. Okay, fuck it. But besides that, I can't complain. I'm thankful I'm still here. I'm still able to do this. I'm glad me and Rizu were able to sit down and have a chat and get this thing back on the ball, because the world needs podcasts like this, and I think people need to be educated on certain things. You know what I mean? So it's good that we got this back up and running. I know Drew Orleans would have been here for this episode, but my boy's currently enjoying himself watching them Saints play right now. So He's at the game. But that's really all the updates, man, regarding me. But we do have some updates for the show, and that's what I'm going to throw to the narrator so he doesn't start crying that I'm taking his job.
Yeah, please do, because you know he will.
I'm not even mad. I'm just glad y'all remember that I'm here, and it's nice to be remembered. We're going to go to a live stream chat before I continue with the next segment. We have Qualified Sage saying, "Am I lying?" Little Miss Siren saying, "Why your name Hancock Wilcock?" I guess that's to Rizu. Why is your name Hancock Wilcock? Is that your new alias?
Yes. It's not my new alias, but yes, that's why my name is Hancock Wilcock. Yes, what you gonna do about it?
Wow.
Hancock Wilcock.
All right, man. I just was asking. I didn't need you to get all.
No, you good. That was the siren. Hancock Wilcock.
Oh, okay.
It was gonna be Rutherford B. Allen.
What does that mean?
I don't fucking know.
Rutherford B. Allen.
Rutherford B. Allen.
You feel you're happy saying that?
Yep.
Rutherford B. All right. Anyway.
Or Rudrick Hensley.
What?
Rudrick Hensley.
Rudrick Hensley.
Yep.
What the hell is Rudrick Hensley?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, wait a minute.
So you just be making names, bro.
Are we? By the way, I think that the Twitch. Are we live right now?
Yeah, the Twitch is definitely live.
Okay, we're just making sure that everything's in the right spot. Qualifier says I can't join the thing. Crying emoji.
And I think he's talking about voice chat, but we haven't invited you in as a speaking guest.
Yes,
so this is the
audience, young man.
The audience chat.
So you're part of the audience. That's
what
okay.
That mean? But look, we will be taking with what we have. We will be taking on guests and all of that in the future. You know, you just gotta have
just
give
us some time to make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Okay.
Indeed.
We have to get off the ground before we start just willy-nilly adding anybody. But I've talked enough. So let's talk about the updates to the show. Take it away, AMC.
All right, everybody. So the updates to the show. So let's talk about schedule. I see Qualifier Sage once again. Qualifier Sage, you're in the audience, or you're talking through the Twitch. He's probably talking through Twitch chat.
Yeah, he's talking through Twitch chat.
Okay, you're fine. If the audience link isn't working, we can still see it. It's okay.
Yep.
So it's okay. It's coming through Twitch.
That's actually really good. We didn't know that before, so now we know. Even if the audience link doesn't work, if they talk on Twitch, we can still see what he's saying.
It will show up in a live stream, and that is fantastic. What I wanted to say was the schedule for the podcast. Now, realizing that I am working a ton, Rizu is working a ton, we've decided that the podcast will come out every 2 weeks. So we're going to go for a bi-weekly schedule. That gives us, Qualifier Sage says he's also working a ton. Well, you understand that. We're going to be doing this every 2 weeks instead of trying to push it for weekly. The only thing we're going to push weekly for is if it's some sort of emergency or something big happened in gaming or in the world in general. That's the only way we're going to be doing like a weekly podcast. Is Drew Orleans coming back to the show? Yes. At some point in time, he will be back on the show. And just like Rizu said, we'll have guests and stuff on the show too in due time. Rizu, you have any updates?
I kind of want to add to that. Something we was talking, when I say we, this is a conversation me, Drew Orleans, his lovely wife, and my lovely Miss Siren, as well as MC, talked about one day.
Wife and girlfriends.
all sitting at a table, not at a table.
Thanks, narrator.
Yeah, thanks, narrator.
Just made me feel like I don't all right. Continue. Continue.
So
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man.
We were all sitting
No offense.
at MC's table at his house, and the conversation that was had was we on our podcast. We obviously talk a lot because we care about like the things that are going on in the world. We always want you guys to be educated on what's going on.
Correct.
In addition to that, we all have, different takes. Sometimes there's a topic that comes up that I'm just like, MC might be like, yeah, no, we really need to talk about that. And we might not cover it. We're trying to get it. We're trying to basically, for lack of better words, we're going to really make sure we cover the topics that are important, but something that Sherry brought to attention.
Shout out to Sherry.
While recording the podcast and just like talking to you guys, we also need to make sure that we're not talking your ear off. And what I mean by that is if you watch some of our older episodes, and don't get me wrong, me and MC enjoyed how much we talked to you guys and all that. We ain't even about to act like, this is therapy for us. We used to, the podcast, I say used to, but being real with y'all, me and MC used to come and talk to y'all, and sometimes it was just a little hour. Sometimes we had really long podcast episodes.
Yeah, season 1, February, the love episode.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Sherry threw it at us that like, hey, most people, it's just the generation we live in. A lot of people are they're tuned in, but they listen to things in a manner in which, I'm trying to say this without sounding insulting, but just being real with y'all. Love y'all.
It be insulting.
Most people got a short attention span.
Correct. That's a fact.
So with that being said, we're going to put out quality episodes still. We've all gained skills. We've all gained a lot of skills to where like our editing is better. We are definitely more on point with a lot of the things we're doing. But we're going to try not to, for lack of better words, we're going to try to not talk your ear off, but also you going to still get this information.
Yeah, like you might get lectured if you like, let's say you're in the chat and you may say something stupid, or borderline ignorant. We might have to lecture your head off. Okay, just so you don't feel like you're uneducated about a topic. Like Rizu said, back in the day, we used to just yap. Episodes could be like 2.5 hours. Now, granted, it was fun, but a 2.5 hour episode is a pain in the ass to edit. It is not fun to edit at all. I could see if we were doing like wrestling and stuff, we're going over show by show, but Jesus Christ, 2.5 hours is tough on anybody. But I think one other reason I wanted to bring the show back, I feel like we live in an age of misinformation, and misinformation is now believed as truth, and that shouldn't be the case. And I felt like it was important for us to come back to also not only entertain you guys, but educate you on certain topics going on in the world, so you don't make an uneducated decision. Now, I saw that in the chat, I'm just looking at it right now, Qualifier Sage asked, what's the podcast about?
Yeah, well, I was going to answer that. I was waiting for you to finish.
I'm going to throw what I think it is, and then Reason will say what he thinks it is. We probably have the same answer, but I just want to say that was one of the big reasons of this show coming back, because if it didn't come back in the era that we're in, I feel like we as creators would be doing a disservice to the audience that we've built over time. We have to be there and talk to people even when we don't feel like it. We got to do it because we built an audience, and it's unfair to just abandon the audience because of whether it's work or we don't feel like doing this anymore, whatever the case may be. We need to keep it real with y'all, and that's what we plan to do moving forward. If it's a delay, you'll know about it. It's not going to be a year, a month, and 10 days before you hear from us again talking about this is season 6 of Simply Confident. No, we're trying to be. No, we're not trying to be. We are going to be consistent with this compared to the last time we did this show. I mean, just for a general update, last time we were doing this consistently, health things happened and it really derailed us. And then when I got back from the health issues, we got derailed with, scheduling. Scheduling was a problem. But now I think we're all on the same page. And I'm going to throw it to Rizu, even though I said I was going to say what the podcast is about first. I'm going to throw it to Rizu because I feel like I've been talking too long. Yeah, Rizu, go ahead and answer that question. And then I'll throw my answer out.
See, look, my idea when we came up with the name of the podcast, my thing, it was like, it was, if you've ever seen the little Goofy commercial, the first commercial, the one with me, MC, and Dark Vodka, Twisted Skyrus, whatever you know him as. If you notice, if you ever heard that one, and if you didn't, that's fine. That's cool. Some of y'all are popping in new. But I said we all talked about the topics we cover, whether it's video games, wrestling, world news, music, and I go on to be like, I guess you can say we're simply complicated. But what that means to me is some days we are just going to talk to y'all and it's just going to be us down to earth, shooting the shit. Just shit we feeling, Some days we got to talk to you about world shit because honestly, there's a lot going on, as MC said. There's so much stuff going on in the world, and it's like, at times it's like, hey, even some of my viewers listening to the viewpoints that y'all have on things, from whether it's wrestling or gender identity. We just gonna get real with it right off the bat. Y'all got some like fucked up views, and I can't be mad at you. It's not an insult to y'all, but it's like, there's for me, I look at it like the best policy is acceptance. Like, just being 100 with you. To go to the gender equality thing, and I promise y'all, this is not a tangent. This goes into the point of the main question.
It's an example.
We're talking about, yep. If we're talking about things like gender identity, like you being bothered by someone being gay just would not. It doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, if the gay man didn't come tell you something, a man being gay should not bother you
at all.
So if someone is trans, regardless of what they identify as, it should not bother you. And there's a lot of there is a lot of situations where I hear people get upset about what other people identify as or what they feel, and it's just like, it's not your place. Not even it's just not your place. If someone identifies something, you can't control what they feel,
You're not living in their body to be like, oh, this is wrong. It's like, maybe to you, in a sense, maybe because you haven't hung out with a person that may be gay, that may be trans, you never met a person that may be gay, maybe trans, you might be going strictly off of stereotypes and what people have told you to believe about a certain subset of people. And because of that, you go and say terrible things to them when you've never kicked it, you never interacted with someone that represents that group. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be uncomfortable because you're not going to sleep with that man or that woman. You're not sleeping with that trans person. What they do in their bedroom, that's what they do in their bedroom. That's not for you to change just because you're in the chicks. Okay, that guy over there might be in the dicks, and that's A-okay. It's more for him. Lead me to the women, please. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean we can't be friends. That don't mean it's got to be weird and shit. You know, I like Rizu said, acceptance is the best policy. Just treat people how you'd want to be treated. To me, that's the golden rule. If you wouldn't want to be discriminated against, you shouldn't be discriminated against people at all, no matter what the cause is. If you personally would not like to be discriminated against, don't do it to other people. That's simple. That's the best policy to me. Just be a decent individual. Try to understand people.
And it's like, so like that was just gender identity, but like, you know, stuff like games. Hey, we might disagree on wrestlers. That's a more subjective. I think I'm using the right word. Subjective take. Yes, that's a more subjective
right.
take.
That's subjective take.
But I say that because like, okay, boom. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time has always been, MC already knows what I'm about to say, Big Dog, Mr. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. He's the GOAT, bro. I have always felt that way. You might like fucking Dolph Ziggler. Yes, I know. Random name out of nowhere. But
his name is Nick Smith.
Y'all might like Mr. Nimitz. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like who you like. Like the things you like. That's it. And I like something that I'm gonna throw out there. Hotaru proclaim freedom.
His name is Nick Nimitz, you bitch.
You
stop saying that. It's not Dolph Ziggler. It's Nick Nimitz.
I'm glad that we had this because it's moments like this. Being able to talk about these things leaves room for debating.
Right.
Healthy debating.
And conversation without it being insulting. You know what I'm saying? Just because we disagree, like there's certain things we are just going to disagree on regardless. And I'm not saying it in the sense of like, oh, you know, we got different political identities and we can disagree. Not necessarily. If that means, you know, you're cool with racism and making sure women can't do shit anymore. Yeah, I'm not, we can't just disagree and be friends after that. That shit isn't going to fly.
But I like that you covered that. Sorry for interrupting.
It's
I'm
no
going to take my quick piece on that.
It's no
It's
problem.
just like stuff with this election. A lot of people are either too young to understand or too ignorant. So it's like, you know, like I just had a conversation with one of my cousins and they just straight up was like, well, can y'all give a reason why I should vote for Kamala other than it's not Trump? And I listed a whole bunch of reasons, but then I ended it with, y'all got to understand the fact that it's not Trump is enough here. Like,
we just getting into it.
I'm not even talking mess about DV. He posted something the other day, and it's like, you know, I tell it to him too, so he already knows what the thought process is. But we do live in a world where, hey, you could be like, yeah, I don't feel like this is the right choice, and we don't have an option. But it's like, you know, the alternative is your like. People make jokes about because they think it's funny, but it's like, you know, the alternative is if you really don't understand your mom's rights to her reproductive organs being controlled by the government, if you're a black person being basically under the thumb of the government and once again oppressed in a different way, and people don't understand that, and those are the things like. When I think of this podcast now, those are the things I look to tackle because it's like, you know, you can't just say for lack of better words, you not knowing something is different from knowing it and ignoring it.
Right. I had the conversation with him this week about that. Since we're speaking of politics, sorry, narrator, we're already going in. So, yeah, you can talk like after we're done with this. I felt during my rant, whenever I made the rant, I said, if you vote for third party, low key, it's spiteful. And I get where DV was coming from, because DV is like, no, it aligns with the morals, and that makes sense. That's what you would like. But if you were to vote third party, if you were to pick like a Robert F. Kennedy or Cornel West or whoever the hell else is running, if you were to pick someone like that, the likelihood of them even getting in office, impossible. It's not happening. We live in a capitalist land. And if they don't have the money to get them to places like the Democrats or the Republicans, you're not going to see them getting up there. And it turns into a lesser of two evils instead of, hey, let me just vote third party. We're not doing that at all. I think, and this is me personally, the bankers and the billionaires run this country. The politicians are figureheads to me. Money runs this place. I respect folks that will die on hills for things that they believe in. But when it comes down to like the main election, the final election, whether you have Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, please look at your alternatives before you go, well, I'm just not going to vote. Especially if you're a black person. Don't hit me with that. I'm not just going to vote, because we can't be friends. We can't talk. We can't even be cordial, because if something bad were to happen in this country, like let's say somehow Donald Trump wins again, I'm going to feel like it's that person's fault. Even though we are in a red state, you have the power to use your voice to not let guys like that get in charge. You know, this would be an easier conversation to me. A little, you know, not easy, a more of a difficult conversation if both candidates were like even, like, oh, they're decent and this one is somewhat decent too, except they're not thinking about my female friends, my gay friends, my trans friends. They might fuck up just about everything in the country, including the Department of Education. That'll just go away. Health checks may go away. Social Security is going to go away for folks. Shit's going to look bad. And if I look at the alternative, someone who wants to put a price gouge on grocery stuff so eggs won't cost fucking $15 and things of that nature. Actually trying to get a ceasefire to happen in Palestine, and hopefully we could get something for the Sudan and the Congo as well. Someone who would care more about people that look like me and my friends and women. I think I'm going to go with that person. I'm picking the person that is best for my interest. And I think when we were having that conversation, I wasn't trying to like shit on his decision to pick third party at the time. My thing was just like, you know what, bro? It's a pointless vote. I get where you're coming from, but please don't waste your vote out of spite. And it wasn't just DV. It was plenty of people just miseducated, uneducated, and ill-informed saying, well, I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to vote because they're one-issue voters. And it's just like, damn, bro. You're really going to jeopardize this election and other elections because one thing that you specifically wanted isn't being addressed? It's crazy. Shit don't make sense to me.
And like it's when you say that, it's like you said, it's not just DV. The reason I say this is because like I've seen too many black males wanting to trying to justify voting for like a Trump or not voting. And it's like, you know, y'all realize, like, for lack of better words, Trump don't like niggas. Project 45 got us going to
25.
25. Might be. I said 45 because, you know, he the 40.
Yep. And he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The thing that Donald Trump is the only reason y'all not hearing about it anymore is because people started talking about it enough for him to be like, oh man, yeah, I gotta stop talking about my thing. Yeah, they got people who are listening to oh yeah, man, he gonna get rid of the education system. And one of my cousins was talking to me and made it seem like, yeah, because he's doing that, and when he does that, it's gonna make it so I don't need a degree to have a job. And it's like, no, the people who have degrees are gonna run you, and you ain't gonna have shit.
Correct. They're going to make it harder for you to get a job, if anything. Like, I hate hearing black folks, especially educated black folks, say, oh, we're going to get another check and I'm going to get special benefits because if Trump's in office, I can get these things. And to me, it's like, y'all don't remember what happened when he was in office, clearly. The reason you got those stimulus checks because we was in a fucking pandemic. You couldn't go outside to work.
And people talk about like the economy and blah, blah, blah. Like my cousin was saying, yeah, oh yeah, my money looked better. But it was trying to say, oh, it wasn't because of the stimulus check though. And it's like, well, boom, the stimulus check helped you out. And on top of that, the thing that like people don't understand is that Trump, his quote unquote good economy was what Obama did beforehand. And people don't realize when it comes to shit like politics and the way that the world is run, the president before's the thing that they do is what y'all see in the beginning. So towards the end, when you see, people act like they didn't realize that towards the end of Trump's presidency, things were going to shit. Like y'all don't understand. He pulled us out of the United Nations.
Yeah, we went out of NATO.
He pulled us out of NATO. He wanted to put the U.S. by themselves, and people look at it like, oh, why is that a bad thing? And it's like, the reason that we're in the United Nations is so the world can have like a front. For lack of better words, it's going to sound really cheesy, but like against like evil. When people like Russia and North Korea and Israel are talking about nuclear weapons going out and all of that, NATO is there like, yeah, nah, that's not about to happen, big dog.
It's like we about to all come together and stop that ass. You're not about to do that shit.
And Trump was gonna pull us out of that, yo. I say people act, but the worst part is I don't even think they act. People do not understand how big of a thing that is,
and they don't understand how government works either. Because look, if he gets in, he's gonna have diplomatic immunity. He can literally do whatever the fuck he wants. That's the problem that I'm having. I feel like someone with sense should repel that from the Supreme Court, so you can't do that anymore. Every president should be held under the same standards as every American that lives in this country. It's that simple. It shouldn't be one guy can just do whatever the fuck he wants and everyone else can go to prison. That's not fair. People don't know how the House and Senate works. I don't think people took ethics courses to know how that works. If the House is red and the Senate is red and the White House is red, if you think that Project 2025 shit isn't going to happen, it is absolutely happening. And if all three parties, including the Supreme Court, which is also on the line for this year's election, everybody, like, you have a chance to replace two of the worst people on the Supreme Court. Clarence Thomas, bitch ass, and I think, is it Alito?
I don't remember.
You know what? We about to find that right now.
It comes down to why MC's finding that like people don't realize that they have like they really have a say in what the fuck happens in this world on our planet. And there are people who look at it and they hear the shit and it's like, everything's a meme it's Alito. It's Alito.
Yes, it's Samuel Alito.
Everything's a fucking meme into your moms or your best friends or, hey, I know I go to Siren a lot, but hey, being real, getting a little personal. Siren is doing a lot better with her health, but Siren is someone who needs good health care, and Trump administration would take that away. You can't just tell me, oh, everything's all cool when it comes to I've always hated that notion of we can disagree when it comes to politics, but it's because it's like, no, you don't realize that hey, you making the wrong vote could affect how hard my girlfriend struggles, or the things my mom has to go through, the things my sister have to go to. Mm-hmm. So you can't say that, oh, it's not that big of a deal. For me, yeah, nah. It's
a huge fucking deal. It's a huge deal. I have plenty of female friends, and some of my friends are having kids now, and it would be a fucking shame. Let's say the pregnancy is not going to go well, and they need to, terminate the baby because it's either my friend dies or we get rid of this baby. And it would really suck if none of my friends have the autonomy over their body to say, hey, I don't think I need to have this child that's not here yet. It shouldn't be this big of a deal to me, because to me, when I know this is another tangent, this might be another tangent, but if a person says they're pro-life, that's a little sus to me, because to me, you seem to only care about a fetus, and you don't care about when the child's actually born. Like, pro-lifers don't pass laws that actually make it easier for kids to exist in this planet. Like, people were up in arms when Governor Walz, he gave the children free lunch at school, so they don't have to worry about paying it, because the shit's already tough as a parent to come up with.
People talking about, well, what if he gets abused? What do you mean? What if he
gets abused? They're kids. They're kids. Why can't kids have free lunch? I don't understand why they have to grow up paying for like $5 for a shitty pizza that has no nutrition in it or anything. The shit should be free because they're kids. They're here. They should be able to get food. It shouldn't be a big deal. And while you have certain states like where Sarah Huckabee Sanders is I believe the governor there, kids could work at 14? The fuck is a kid working at 14 for? Shit don't make no sense. So to be up in arms at a governor passing free lunch really kind of tells me how pro-lifers are. Y'all don't give a shit about them. You just don't like abortions. Like, being anti-abortion, that's a different thing. I understand that. I understand. I get it. You're not comfortable with that shit. But
and you know what?
It's a necessity for some people.
Choice.
That too. You're not having this kid. Like, you're not having this kid because it's not yours. And I think people are so fucking selfish and ego driven that they want everyone to follow their way of life. And it's like, that's not how the real world works. It never will work like that. You have to understand people are different. People are different, and there's no excuse to be like, well, they're not following my rules or these rules or that rules. Fuck that shit, man. You need to respect people's decision. It's just that plain and simple. And if you say you pro-life, be pro-life. Be pro-life from not only the child, for the adult, to the elder, all of that shit. Pass laws that benefits people to live longer, not for them to die at fucking 60 or 50. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that gets on my nerves. I know we've been on a tangent, but this shit's important. This upcoming election is important. Please be educated. Don't go to the super right wing or super left wing. Get educated about the election. You just need simple facts on how things work. If you don't know how things work, there's YouTube University. There's Google University. There are civics classes. I think I said ethics earlier. I did not mean to say ethics. I meant to say civics. There's civics courses you can take. I'm sure there's free ones that they even do online. You can learn how government works without having to be like, oh, I'm just going to be dumb and not do it. And don't just vote for this big election. Vote for your local elections and wherever you stay as well, because that shit's important. In case you missed it because you did and we weren't doing this podcast, where we currently stay, we went from a fantastic governor to super right-wing governor, and the shit's embarrassing. It's like going to become a cop state slowly but surely, and it's a little alarming. I don't like that. Once that governor decided that kids shouldn't eat for the summer, I'm like, oh, you're in for some bullshit. Because he don't even care about kids. Shit's fucked up. We get hit by a hurricane, I don't think we get no aid. Honestly. Because he's that dumb.
And it comes because we also have people put in these positions. And I think that's where, like, that's why I get so upset. We get people put in these positions that don't know, like, what we have to deal with.
They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground.
And the people who, like, talk about third party, when I say it's stupid, it's not that I think the concept of a third party with different ideals is stupid. It's the fact that, like, it'd be different if we lived in a place where it's like, okay, this person, they're running the the Ooga Booga Booga party, and they're doing pretty good. No, like we don't live in a society where shit happens in a manner where, okay, you went third party, well, yeah, you getting all these votes.
It's become honestly a joke, and it sucks because it would be ideal for someone who just wants the best for the country to be the president. But again, the president is not going to be the main person making all the calls. You have to get past the House and the Senate. And the House and the Senate is never going to be third party or independent. You might have one or two people that's in there that's an independent, but as a whole, the House is never going to be third party. It'll never be the Senate as a third party thing. And like Teresa's point, if the Ooga Booga party had control over all three of those things, White House, House, and the Senate, then maybe third party ain't so bad after all. I just think the two-party system's stupid anyway, but this is the world we live in.
And that's what I was getting at. I don't think the values that somebody in a independent party hold are stupid. I think it's stupid to vote. Like if I go, it's gonna sound contradictory, but y'all gotta hear where I'm coming from on this.
Well, you're a human. It's gonna be contradictory. We contradict ourselves all the time.
If I know my vote's not gonna matter, people are like, if my vote doesn't matter, I'm not gonna vote. And it's like, no, if you know that we're in a situation, for lack of better words, where it is either you vote this way or you're fucked. Why would you be like, I guess I'm fucked because I didn't get exactly what I wanted? You don't never get exactly what you want. I'm not going to use
my voice. Shit, is Kamala Harris the perfect candidate? No, she's not. Nobody's going to be perfect. You're going to find a problem with anybody that gets elected to any office, no matter if you're with them or if you're not with them. You're going to find some policy that you just completely disagree with. That's just that's how a normal person's supposed to think. Okay? Just somebody that's not subjective.
There are people who are still mad that Obama wasn't the president to legalize weed. So it's like, we do live in a society where people like...
I like stereotypes. Why the black person didn't legalize weed?
Where people are upset about shit like that, and it's just like, you realize, like, he couldn't do that.
He couldn't do shit. He had a red Senate in a red house. He did as much as he could.
Was able to do something, it was time for him to be out of office.
Right. That's how this shit works. You can blame Mitch McConnell for that shit. I mean, come on, man.
It comes down to, I guess, like, the way I look at it is there's morals, and then for lack of better words, there's the principle of the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I didn't get exactly what I want, so I'm not doing anything. Because then when shit goes bad, y'all are gonna be the same people complaining like, well, why is everything so bad? Because you didn't do anything.
Why eggs cost $20? Nigga, you ain't do nothing. Don't complain. That's my main thing. Don't complain about the state of the world if you didn't do shit about it, or at least try to do your part to fix it. I don't want to hear complaints. And that goes with literally anything. Like, if you had some sort of power to fix some shit, why didn't you do anything to fix it at all? To even make it to compartmentalize it even easier. Like in relationships, you see some shit's going on in your relationship. You see that, oh, she's not talking to me, or oh, he's not talking to me. Wonder what the fuck's going on with that. You just sit there, and then, oh, she cheated on you. But why? Motherfucker, you didn't communicate. You didn't try to figure out what was going on. You just sat there. And now you're going to be on the internet like, well, people ain't shit, and because of your last relationship, whatever the fuck. It's stupid. It's very dumb to sit here and in this country anyway and not fucking do anything. You have the right to vote. If I can understand if you're young and you're not registered to vote because you're young, duh, you can't really do much. You can damn sure get ready to take care of shit like this. I see some of you out here that, and we're moving to the next thing. Sorry, narrator. Super sorry.
No, it's fine. It's totally fucking fine. Like, you guys just completely just went to the tangent zone. We were about to talk about the shit that we missed, and we're talking about the shit that we missed. So this is the shit that we missed. You guys just keep talking, because this is good. Just keep going. Fuck you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Damn. But, you know, there's people who are calling themselves so-called organizers, and they're fucking up their own cause by being dumb on the internet because they don't know how shit works here. Like, and I think you know where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know, we're all over the place right now, but the attacks Palestine's been getting, awful. It's terrible. It's not right. The shit shouldn't be happening to those people. Simply free Palestine. Same thing with Sudan. That shit's been going on far too long. That needs to change. Same thing with the Congo. That's been going on far too long. Congo, Sudan, Palestine need to be free. It's that simple. They need to be away from this tyranny because it's there. There are some of you that do not see the humanity in these people. You just see, it's whatever. Now, one gets talked about more than the other because Congo and Sudan, that's black people. And you know how this country does. And I shouldn't even have to fucking say that, but you know how this country does. If you're black, well, you ain't gonna know about it unless somebody else brings it to your attention. That's just how it is. Now, with the Palestinian conflict that's happening now, it's not even a conflict. It's literally bullying. Israel's been bullying Palestine for years and years and years and years, just taking their shit. That's all they've been doing. And it's a terrible situation. I suggest you go read on it. It's been happening it's more than 72 years. Is it more than 72 years? Somewhere roughly around that number. I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong and correcting myself in a future date, but I don't know. It's been
long
a couple
enough.
of decades. Long enough. So that's been going on this entire year. And this has been happening way before now. Like when Obama was in office, this shit was happening. And I recall Lupe Fiasco, shout out to Lupe Fiasco, he said that shit on Words I Never Said. You know, when it was dropping bombs on Gaza Strip and Obama didn't say shit. And I'm like, oh shit, this is what Lupe was talking about. But back then we didn't have footage to see people literally fucking exploding, babies dangling from fucking windows, skull-less, dead mothers, dead kids, just on your timeline. Constantly. We weren't exposed to that shit to be radicalized to it. Some of us knew ahead of time. Some of us didn't. I think a majority of Americans found out this year how bad that shit was, right? I'm getting back to my point. So don't, I'm setting it up, just in case you've been living under a rock. That shit's been happening. Okay. There are certain organizers who have the right heart, but they don't know how shit in the U.S. is going, and they are registered to vote, and they choose not to vote because they feel Kamala Harris can't get a ceasefire. And to me, do you rather the person that's going to try to get you a ceasefire, or do you want the other person who wants them being Israel to finish the goddamn job? What would you prefer? Because to me, you're defeating your own cause. You are trying to make people aware of something, but you're also going to sabotage this election because your cause isn't being met. Listen, every time we're about to get a ceasefire, Israel kills the fucking person. Someone from Israel, the IDF, kills the person that is trying to negotiate the ceasefire. And then Hamas, terrorist organization, we don't fuck with terrorists at all, but they back out because how can we come to a ceasefire if every time we're about to talk about a ceasefire, they straight up murder the fucking person we're supposed to talk to so we can get the ceasefire? How? And for you to tell any American, well, don't vote for Kamala Harris because of the ceasefire, it's fucking spiteful. It's selfish. It's not telling that you're using your brain, because the other guy, Donald Trump's going to have that shit eradicated. It's gone. That shit'll be gone. The war just keep going on and on and on. And yeah, I know we send them money. I'm not proud that we send them money, but that's what this fucking place does. We don't have no control over that. I don't like the fact any of my tax dollars goes to help Israel. I don't like that shit, but it is what it is. That's what this country does. We don't have control over that. Us simple civilians don't have control over that shit. Talk to your senators, talk to your politicians, talk to your corporations. They're donating money left and right to keep that shit going. I know I've talked long about this, but it's shit like that. Don't vote because my single issue's not being taken care of. Don't vote because I don't like this woman as president. Don't vote because it don't matter. Don't vote because my party's not being represented. Don't vote for every stupid reason in the book that someone tells you not to vote. You need to disregard it and go vote. It's that fucking simple.
And it's
that simple.
It upsets me because we live in a society of people who are like you mentioned, the social media people. Mm-hmm. We live in the meanest I could be about it, but just being real, not the meanest I could be, but like the most truthful I could be about it, is we live in a society of social media sheeps all thinking that they're leaders. Yeah. You follow something that somebody else says on the internet, and then I know what I'm talking about. No, you don't.
You have not read a book. You have not researched an article. You have not looked at anything. And if your research is consists of, I'm going to watch this video I saw from my favorite creator, that shit don't count. Y'all don't do any research. You don't even balance the scales. Y'all will sit up there and just say, oh, well, because Logan Paul said it. Like, we're going to another topic right now. It's Lamar and Seth and Lamar's again. And okay, so a lot of people in the live stream chat, but yeah, it's like the Olympics happen, and y'all know the boxer from Algeria. Is it Iman? I want to say the lady's name right. It's Iman Khalif. She's from Algeria. She won the gold in women's boxing. You want to know? You want to know what Logan Paul and a bunch of dumb people said? Oh, that's a man in the ring. She's a woman. A woman. She's been a woman her entire fucking life. Just because some bitch from Italy got punched in the face and can't take a punch from her face because she lifts with 5-pound weights and has not ever fought in her life. Get the fuck out of here. Get the entire fuck out of here. Y'all took that shit and ran with it because you didn't do any research. Your favorite person said it. You love J.K. Rowling so much. So she said it, so it must be true. No. And I'm glad that she's fucking suing everybody that's been defaming her name, because that's what people need to do. They need to be getting hit in their pockets for spreading misinformation and saying stupid shit. Stop saying stupid shit to people. There should be consequences for opening your fucking mouth and not knowing what you're talking about. There should be simple consequences for that. Like, at least have 95% of it correct. Don't come on here with the full negative 100. Negative 100. Yeah, I think that's a woman. I think that's a man. Fuck you, man. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are we using our brains? No, we're not. We're not using our brains at all.
And I'm gonna tell you this: everybody who insulted that lady, if you got a family member or a friend, because y'all don't know who has PCO.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, who has PCOS?
Yeah,
like extra. There, y'all. It's one of those things where it's just y'all. None of y'all even cared about. Most of the people who were talking about it weren't even somebody who cared about the Olympics. You just wanted to talk shit about this lady because somebody said she was really a man.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, she got her ass whooped 4 years ago. That woman's been in the Olympics by the same person that she beat this year. She got her ass whooped by that person. So the woman's lost 5 times. All it took was 5 minutes to just Google the woman's name, look at her record. Oh, she lost to women. So she is a woman. She's a woman. What the fuck are we doing? Like, do you hate trans people that much that you'll run with whatever somebody just fucking told you, and you'll believe whatever somebody just told you? Are you dumb? Mental. It's mental illness. And I think people want to be a part of something so they don't feel, so they're not alone with their bullshit ass thoughts, and they want to feel validation in their bullshit ass thoughts. And that's why people do what they fucking do, to be honest. Like, this is another recent thing that we kind of missed, but we didn't miss. I saw someone on Twitter, I'm not calling it X, suck my dick, I'm not calling it X. They were trying to debate that Big Boy from Outkast isn't really a good rapper. And I went, bitch, he's one of the most iconic rappers from Atlanta. Because this list came out, and he's not even in the top 5. He's number 8. Future's number 2. You're telling me Future's better than... I'm not going to do this, because we're talking about music all day. Mm-hmm. I have to get back to my fucking point about you all being stupid and the common collective want to have acceptance from somebody. And I think when you don't like yourself, when you can't think for yourself, when you need someone to tell you how to think, you're going to follow the most toxic people. You're going to listen to the dumbest people on the planet. Like, there's still people who follow Sneeko.
Dog, don't get me started on Sneeko, dog.
That's a dumb bitch.
This man talked about Cuties and was like, it was an exceptional film. He's literally talked about like how he doesn't believe in the age of consent, and the age of consent should be whenever someone feels like if he said some shit, because I was listening to him and Moist Critical. Yeah, him and Moist Critical were talking, and he was like, oh, the age of consent should be if the person involved and their parents say it's okay, then there should be nothing else said. And it's like, no, like their brains aren't even fully developed
at all.
It's a bunch. It's weird, bro.
It's fucking weird. Like the Aiden Rosses of the world, the Sneekos, the Andrew Tates, these motherfuckers, dumb, stupid ass bait and rage niggas, and they piss me off.
One day I had a conversation. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
In the mouth. I was just about to get to some people just need to be punched in the mouth. I'm just saying, you haven't been punched in the mouth because you keep saying stupid shit. So maybe if you got punched in the mouth a couple times for opening your mouth and saying dumb shit, maybe you would think that, hey, I shouldn't say that anymore. But bro,
I feel
even Tate, not to cut you off, but even Andrew Tate shit, like your followers are turning against you. Man, they think you're a trans woman, but you don't like trans people. What are we doing?
I feel as though, like, in these examples,
I hate these people.
It upsets me because it's like, you know, they be talking about, oh, the real man. It's like, you know, I hate it. The thing I hate about this new generation is them talking about like, oh, we're Sigma males, and this is like, y'all lame as shit.
You're beta. You're not an alpha male.
You brought your girl flowers. You're a beta male. She walks all over you, or you're Sigma.
It pisses me off because like they be saying shit like that.
Find a voice for this shit.
It pissed me off because the dudes like that be talking like that and be like, yeah, you talking about how I bought my old lady flowers or I take my old lady out on dates and how it's lame as fuck. But while I'm piping my girl, someone else is piping your girl. So you tell me who is the quote unquote Sigma. See, like it be dumb shit, dog. These dudes, the only people that will sleep with them are sheep and people who do not know how to like think for themselves.
Crackheads.
It's so, the thought of it is so asinine, bro. Like, I don't understand how you can sit there and really listen to somebody like that. Like people like that. We live in a world where like hate is what's popping. You know, it's very easy for someone to say some hateful shit or be like, yeah, this is what man. Well, you know, my nigga said this on the internet, and you know, shoot, I agree with it because like I'm not confident in myself. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Not to interrupt you boys, but I'm just gonna read the chat a little bit. We got Lamar stream in, and Seth Walters here. What you call it? Qualifier Sage is coming back, and the last chat we have Seth Walters saying hate season. Not surprised. And Lamar stream says this is the content that he or she has missed. Well, thank you, Lamar.
Thank you very much, Lamar. Appreciate that shit. We miss doing it, but Reason, you're right. You're right. The shit is embarrassing. Why the fuck?
I just hate an ignorant ass person, dog.
I hate an ignorant ass man, woman, female, trans man, trans. I hate ignorance. Ignorance is fucking stupid. It's dumb. I'm saying, why are you as a man concerned with what other men are doing? It's a little suspect to me. That's a little weird to me. You're a whole ass man. Worry about your shit. You're a man. Make sure your table's straight. Make sure your bills are paid. Make sure your wife likes you or your girlfriend likes you or your kids fucking like you. For example, Elon, make sure your fucking kids like you. Says, I would sure hate to bring a child into this world just for them to fucking hate my guts. I would hate that, personally. Y'all, I think we see, because we're in a season of hate, I think people make the dumbest folks famous when they don't need to be. When they don't need to be. They don't need to be. Shit upsets me. Because I think, I knew when we were cooked, Rizu. You know, when Sketch came out, when he did like the OnlyFans shit in the past, whatever the fuck it was, there was a bigger uproar over him sucking a dick than any of the three people we fucking mentioned from anything that they've ever said. Like, you were way more invested in Sketch's sexuality and what he does behind closed doors, to the point where the guy was going to kill himself. The dude was going to fucking kill himself because he sucked a dick on camera. He chose to do that shit. What the fuck is it? Well, your business anyway. I love the fact that Sketch owned up to that shit like a fucking G. Like, nobody in the world would do that shit the way Sketch did. It's like, yep, wrong guy. No, it's me. That definitely was me. He was able to come back on here and still be himself. And that's what the fuck the internet should be. You should be able to be on here and be your fucking self, no matter what you do in a fucking bedroom. And the fact that y'all tried to crucify him, y'all made Moist Critical get off the internet. I just remembered that. Dog, that shit pissed me off.
That nigga is not making content right now, and it's like, dog, that's the one person like you would never thought would have backed off the internet. For y'all made Moist Critical stop talking, bro.
Oh, because he was right. Defending children, and you have this prick who gets cucked by every woman that he's with. So age is considered. There's no age consent. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all keep making these nerdy ass fucking losers famous, man. These men who sit in their houses all day and just hate women because they made 1 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 bad decisions in their life, and they can't get over the fact they made 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5 bad decisions in their fucking life. And they just take it out on everyone else. This shit's embarrassing. I'm sorry that girl hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The shit is embarrassing. The shit's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to me that, and since we're getting a little personal, little smidge tidbit, in the earlier seasons of Simply Complicated, I was very distraught. I was not in a good place. I was heartbroken, and I could have became one of these pieces of shit men that we're talking about because of the actions a woman took. Could have, but once you realize how dumb it is to make that your whole personality, once you get over it, once you realize, okay, shit's really not that bad. Maybe there's something better out there for someone like me. Once you realize it's not the end of the fucking world just because somebody hurt you. Once you start loving yourself, hug yourself today, as Dear Silas would say. Once you start pouring back into your cup and not pouring into everybody else's cup, making sure you're full, shit's cool. But I could tell the 3 people we fucking mentioned, they never did that shit. They let one bad experience happen, and they never worked on themselves afterwards. I know that for a fact. They may have some money to run away from how they actually feel about some shit. That they should do with that money is go get fucking therapy. Go get therapy. Stop being an edgelord. Stop being a rage baiter just to make some money on X, Twitter. Fuck it. It's Twitter. Whatever platform tick. Stop that shit. Go work on yourself. That's a general message for everybody, by the way. Go fucking work on yourselves. Whatever the fuck's going on in your life, please go work on yourself. Just do that. You'll feel 1,000% better, because I know I do. Shout out to the lady in question. She's cool people to me. But it is what it is. Certain things have to happen to you so you can fucking grow. It's not character development. It's like, hey, figure this shit out. Figure this shit out. What you gonna do now? We all gonna go through it. What are you gonna do now? Be a better man, or are you gonna be a bitch? Be a real nigga or a bitch ass nigga? What do you prefer? Like voting, for example. Do you want a real nigga or do you want a bitch ass nigga? What do you want? Sorry for the rant. But yeah, shit's annoying, son. Shit's mad annoying to me. And I wish y'all stop making these people famous. Hold them accountable for the dumb shit that they say, or just don't even bother trying to talk to them, because it's not worth it.
Ironically, all of this goes into something else I want to talk about. It is going to seem like it's all topic, but y'all really got to feel me on this. Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick and Drake.
They not like us. They not like us.
So, look,
they not like us.
I was about to say docs. I ain't even going to mention the person's name. There's this person who I'm friends with on Facebook, right? And since the whole thing started, first he was like, man, you think Drake about to lose to this weird-ass kid from Compton? Then it turned,
fuck you.
Then it turned to, man, look, y'all only rooting for Kendrick because he the underdog. Y'all say he say a lot and everything he has a lot of meaning, but he really don't be saying nothing. And like me and him would just go back and forth. Like it was like, so what is Drake saying? He'd be like, man, man, look, nobody care about Kendrick's short ass, and look, like he probably beat on his wife, and so like as more and more things getting disproved, then he was talking about, oh yeah, but look how many platinum records Kendrick have compared to Drake. Drake dropped something every other month. It's not every other month, but y'all know what I mean. Like Drake was dropping back-to-back albums. Drake got like fucking, I don't know how many albums. Too many. For the amount of time like that he's been rapping that weren't successful or weren't platinum. But he was like, Drake, it just keep throwing stuff. And he was like, yeah, because it's like, all right, Kendrick really is the definition of, so like he was talking about it, and I was like, Kendrick really is the definition of quality
over quantity.
His response was, but that ain't got him more platinum records though.
What that got to do with art?
He got a Pulitzer, but look how many platinums Drake got. Look at what he got. Look at Kendrick. Kendrick, he was so good. Where all his platinums at?
Well, this is a fucking idiot.
So then they not like us drop, right? And it's more than just they not like us. Everything was dropping, and he was like, man, the only reason that Kendrick is saying is, of course, the weird kid would be trying to discredit Drake because that's all he could do. And it's just like, no. I
mean, if we're gonna be completely honest, you asked for this shit. Drake asked for this shit, and it's been brewing for 10 years. And it could have just been a friendly fade. It could have just been competition or who could drop the better records. And then it's all love at the end of the day. But Drake, you literally asked for this shit. You started on, what was it? Push-ups? Is push-ups the first one?
Mm-hmm.
If you do push-ups, then you do that stupid-ass tailor-made freestyle, which is the worst thing I've ever heard, by using the AI tracks. Then you have the nerve to do Family Matters. Awful. And you asked on push-ups. You were asking the nigga to drop. You kept asking. It was like, well, you're not going to have to wait too long. I'm not going to wait 10 years for you to drop something. When Kendrick dropped Euphoria, that should have been when the game was over. I don't want this. Because J. Cole pulled out. J. Cole was smart. J. Cole's like, I don't want this shit. Shout out to Schoolboy Q. The Schoolboy Q was like, hey, listen to Euphoria. You might want to stop, because if you don't stop, there's going to be 2 coffins out here. And I don't think you want that shit. Which led to J. Cole apologizing because shit didn't feel right in his spirit. Which I'm sure it fucking didn't. Because Drake, to me, has always been a snake, and he uses people. He's not genuine with anything he fucking does. The last time I could say Drake was somewhat close to genuine, it was before he was on. When he was grinding to get on to the main stage. It kind of felt like it. Never said it was 100% genuine. But you asked for all this shit. And it brings it back to, like, stupid people once again. You asked for all this, he drops Euphoria. That should have been enough for you to stop, but you kept fucking going. IG posts and memes and all this bullshit. Then he dropped 616 in LA, which is, to me, the best out of the 3 disses. That's the best song.
And
another warning.
Because it was just like, hey, bro, I'm trying to
chill.
Peace. I'm not fucking with you. You keep fucking with me.
You like I'm telling you, if you touch me one more time, I'm gonna knock you on your ass. That's basically what that song was. It's like you keep fucking with me, bro, and I'm gonna have to hit you. Then you drop Family Matters like shit's sweet, and you thought you won by saying, "Oh, he beats his wife because he's short and she's tall, and she lives in New York City, and he be in Florida. Why you not by your kids? And them kids not yours. They're your assistant's kids." Meet the Grams. Meet the fucking Grams drops, putting the mic down.
Dog.
Oh my God. Meet the Grams made me feel uncomfortable, and I ain't even in the beef. I felt like he was telling me to shut the fuck up because I felt like I should. Like, what am I supposed to say? This man has addressed your mother. He's addressed your father. He's addressed your son. He's addressed your potential daughter that you have out there and all the other kids you might have out here. And he's talking directly to you. There is no comeback from that shit at all. If a nigga gets that personal, that eerily personal and creepy, to the point where you can't even refute some of the shit he's saying, you've lost the battle. The man's calling you a pedophile. It's kind of hard to say you're not one of those. And we have evidence. You kissing this 17-year-old on stage. "I like the way your breast felt against my chest." What the fuck? Who says that to a 17-year-old? Disgusting. Sir, the evidence is right there. All tallies up. This is years worth of shit you've been doing that's weird. And yet, you kept going. You should have stopped at Meet the Grams. But you, if I'm correct, he dropped, the Heart Part 6?
Yeah, and dog, so that
literally the worst song ever.
That bitch upset me more than anything because it's like Kendrick, the Heart series is amazing, and it's always something talking to the people. Mm-hmm. It's always something. It's something, and it's like it's a. I don't want to say it's a stain on the Heart series because I wouldn't even consider it a part of the Heart series.
It is not. It's
the fact. But see, that's what people did. They heard it and he's like, "Well, he named it this, so it's a part of the series now." And it's like, dog,
it's not how it works.
He did that to insult Kendrick, and then like the insults is kind of like it goes into like what me and MC was saying, like about like people like Andrew Tate. Basically, he was like, "Oh man, so look, you've been talking about me, but the reason that you doing this is because you were molested and blah blah blah, and you're not a better man than me, so I'm gonna be the better man and I'm gonna back off and all of that."
Yeah, this is boring now. It's good to work out the pen. Shut up, nigga. Shut up, lame ass. Shut up, Canadian man. Shut the fuck up. What are you doing? What is that? Shit sucked. That shit sucked. Then you diss Michael Jackson on Family Matters, trying to say that Michael wanted to be white. Michael Jackson didn't want to be white. Where are you getting this from? What's your source?
He's vitiligo. He's vitiligo.
Maybe I'm Prince and you're Michael. Like, the whole time, even with that line about him being molested, if he would actually listen to the song is about his mother who got molested, worrying about if her son got molested, which he didn't get molested. She's super protective because she didn't want that shit to happen to him, that the shit that she went through. All he had to do is just listen to the album. And he said it on the first song, "You're going to tell fabricated lies because you hurt Mr. Morale." That's all Drake did the whole fucking time. And now he's trying to come back with that 100 gig shit. No one listening to that. I ain't listening to that shit. Ain't no one listening to that shit. Go away. That's what you should do. You should disappear and go away. What the fuck is his problem? It's embarrassing. But to bring it back to people, that's what people who are educated and just be saying shit out their ass get. When you get actually popped in the face, whether that's lyrically or not, you're done. You had all of LA singing at Not Like Us 6 times in a row at Juneteenth. You could never. The nerve of you, Aubrey, the nerve of you, Dennis, the nerve of you, Sandra, the nerve. What the fuck are you thinking? What are you thinking? Jesus Christ. That beef is going to be something that's like cemented in history. Like, that's the end of that man's career. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. That's the end of Drake's career. It's done. It's done. Like, he probably going to drop some pop record, maybe sampling some Michael Jackson shit out the vault. I doubt the estate's going to work with you now since you lied about the man, but you're done. You're done. I don't want to hear a Drake song ever again. Not even when you was a backpack rapper. I don't even want to hear your shit.
And see,
shit's trash.
The thing that upsets me about the whole thing is, like, you know, Drake, you be talking about the weird kids in this, but you was one of the weird kids.
You started as the weird kid.
It pisses me off because he does that shit, bruh. He does that shit.
He literally
was one of the weird kids, dog.
He literally was doing weird kid shit when he was on Twitch. That I need to max win shit. I need to max win. That's weird kid behavior 101. What are we doing? It's like I don't know, Reason. Maybe he don't like himself. Maybe he got to hide behind all these masks so he can, be himself.
He did all of this shit, and it's just like, at the end of the day, it just upsets me because, like I said, I think up at hell, even with first person shooter, I was feeling it. It was like, yeah, he doing his thing. You still a weird ass nigga, but you was rapping, and this whole beef showed how scummy you was. And it's like you did scummy shit before that. I'm not gonna act like he didn't, bro. But it was like, Drake had got to a point where niggas was like, hey, yeah, you doing your thing, but please stay in your lane. Like, Wayne was telling this man that.
Rap about Canadian shit. You don't have to rap about guns. You don't have to be a tough guy. Rap about Canadian shit. That's why I signed you to YMCMB in the first fucking place. You heard me. Why are you doing my shtick? You are not me. You are not Lil Wayne. You know what upsets me the most about him? Because he had the potential to just be himself.
Dog, they was playing They Not Like Us in the malls in Japan and shit. Dog, everywhere. And it's like, are you kidding me? Fucking Christ. Like, he pisses me off because he could just be a normal person. But from what you presented to me in the world, you're not a normal person. Not at all. Jesus, man. Like, you're done. And it's over for him. He could come back with his little stupid ass record, but he ain't dropped nothing that's personal. He hasn't dropped a personal record. You're still doing shit that you were doing at 27 years old. I'm fucking bitches. I got more money than you. I got people who will beat you up. I got gun collection. Left foot up, right foot slide. Here's an anthem for bitches to dance to. I still don't have no bitch. I got a kid, and I still don't have a women that I never got. The lady at Chili's didn't give me a phone number, so here's a song about that. Like, fuck off, Drake. Just fuck off. Please. No more. The stick is up. We're tired. Go away. Please. And to think this all started because a nigga did not agree with the big three on the Like That record. Are you fucking kidding me? He ain't like you since Poetic Justice. God damn it, man. I can talk about this Drake shit forever. And you know what? We're just going to segue into another person that ain't shit. Diddy, jail, underneath it. Get your bed. We can make this very short because I'm going to just be honest. I ain't never liked Diddy. I was like, you always been a weird nigga to me. You've always weird nigga shit.
Always. You blew up Kid Cudi's car because he talked to your girlfriend at the time. Fuck you, man. Go to hell and die. You fucking suck. Like, I feel like he the reason Biggie and Pac are dead. I feel like he the reason a lot of people not on like they supposed to be on right now. Like, everyone that was signed to Bad Boy ain't on the way that they were supposed to be on. He a weird ass nigga. That's it.
We live in a society where people be like, they be talking about the weird niggas, and the weird niggas, what people define as weird, just be people minding their fucking business. Like, oh, you weird, you stay home, you play the game. All right,
strange.
You go fucking snort coke. Like, which one do you think is weirder?
You fucking do whippets in your car and pass out. Suck my dick, man. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm weird because I like to stay and mind my fucking business. I'm weird? Like, damn. They were saying, what you call it? They're trying to cancel Tyler. Even though cancel culture is not really real because y'all gonna do whatever the fuck y'all want anyway. But the fact y'all trying to say Tyler's invalid, you know, an actual musician, because in his past he used to make, I don't know, maybe one joke rap song here and some real cringe-worthy shit that's cringe compared to what he's making now. He and Odd Future is like one of the collectives that have grown the most out of any rap group or collective I could think of. Everybody eating. Everybody's eating. Everybody doing some shit. And you're trying to invalidate Tyler for Ian? Who the fuck is Ian? Freezer, if you Google Ian, I swear it's Post Malone when Post Malone was doing White Iverson, except it's just Future's voice. Oh, that shit's so bad, bro. When I saw that, I'm like, so because he's white, it's okay that he's doing the Atlanta Future number. But then y'all gonna be mad 4 years later when he's doing like a fucking techno pop beat album or Rage Against the Machine rage rock album or a fucking punk rock album because he got on. Like, the man don't make no music. The man music is just ain't shit there. There's no depth in the music. All Tyler was saying is some of y'all just be making music just because you're just trying to make money and it's disrespectful to the craft of hip hop because it's taken away from people like Tyler, the Creator. The fuck?
See, but we live in a society where people don't understand, or they act like they don't understand what the fuck that means. Like, people be like, you just like
you just a hater.
Actually be hating on people. They be like, yeah, man. You like they will call somebody a hater.
Just hater.
For being like, hey, yeah, no, I really just wish like I had some better lyrical content.
Oh, you hate. You a hating ass nigga.
What? Oh, you don't fuck with Lil Jabroni?
You don't fuck with Lil Whippet? You don't like the God? Like, bruh, I knew we was cooked when people were saying the TZO Touchdown album was ass. And it's far from it. But you're going to get in my face and tell me Ice Spice album is better. Kiss my ass. If I wanted someone to yell at me, I'd join the army. Why the fuck would I want to listen to Ice Spice? But Tizo's the problem. Kiss my ass.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
We live in a society. We live in a society.
That's probably the name of the episode.
I feel as though a lot of, for lack of better words, like I've never been. Ice Spice never appealed to me. I've never like look. She looked like a woman. Oh fuck! That doesn't sound nice at all. I don't have high beauty standards. Shoot.
No, just stop on your head. Stop on your head. It's not getting any better. Stop on your head.
All right, boom. I think Ice Spice is like, people try to. I've watched people try to compare Megan to Ice Spice. Megan be spitting. Ice Spice be saying words and
he got the poop and I think
niggas look at Ice Spice and be like, oh my god, ass.
She light skinned and she throw ass and she touch her coochie and she be talking about poop and I might be in the poop too. Okay.
Oh man.
All right.
Ass. Like it really be like, I feel like people who like Ice Spice are the same dudes who used to go Google booty on Google Images and be like,
bro, go to hell. Go to hell. Oh, look at that. It's a butt. It's a booty. It's got a hole. Oh my God. Look at that ass. Man, fuck. Damn it, we done covered almost everything. Fuck it. Y'all were trying to shit on Meg for getting that Drake. Fuck you. I'm glad everyone dogpiled him. Ice Spice is not a good rapper. Sorry. She may be nice to look at, But to me, she's not a good rapper. I don't know if you actually cough or you just. I'm not sure.
I was trying to do a joke cough, but it turned into a real cough.
Well, yeah.
I don't look, bro.
I'm gonna tell the people the panty. And they put the poopy zanny. They put the poop with the panty.
That's all I hear. That's all I hear. It's just like, oh my goodness, this is the best we got. Wow.
Man, chat says she ass and got ass. Oh man.
Who said that in chat?
Fucking qualified. See, she ass and got. Look, bro, that's not good qualifications. That's not good qualifications.
Why did none of research pop up on this shit? She is not gonna lie. Ass real fat. I'm gonna make it fatter. Want to see a magic trick bent over backwards? See, that's Ice Spice song. He be the poopy, I never be the fart.
You bet your shit, bitch. You not.
That like, all right. Okay.
Dog. Okay. I can't. What did you just walk into? Welcome. We are Icy qualifier Sage to answer your original question. Everything we just talked about. This is simply complicated. It's everything, bro. It's everything.
Shut up. You're not living a fart.
So, and see, this is the worst part. This the worst part of the episode. I gotta point out how MC gotta edit all of this, and he about to be like, "Fuck."
I'm like, yeah, we used to talk for like 2 hours, and that shit sucked.
We ain't doing that no more. But look, hey, son, this is the intro episode. We back, dog. So, look, y'all had to get some content. MC already said, man, y'all only getting this twice a month.
Y'all not twice a week, bro. It's not twice monthly. It's bi-weekly.
It's bi-weekly.
It's like a check.
Not semi-monthly. Not semi-monthly, bi-weekly.
Why is she upset with farts, Seth? Why?
I don't know,
man. But we are back. We are back. Not even a fart, bro. I'm gone, bro.
I said I'll quit.
But yeah, man. I hope you got something out of this, man. We want y'all to be educated. Stop listening to bitch ass niggas. Fuck Drake. Fuck Diddy. Free Palestine. Free Congo. Free Sudan. Make sure your ass vote. Make sure you register to vote if you can. Don't sit on your ass. Educate yourself. And most importantly, I have a clip to play. If I can find it. Reese, you have anything else to say?
Man, I just got a bit in chat that said, fuck Diddy on Chris Tyson.
Chris Tyson.
Man.
Is that the Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast's friend?
No, wait.
Shit, is that what it is?
Yeah. And that's a whole nother topic,
That's
bro.
a whole nother topic. Like, hey, I finally made it. I finally got out of the slums. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk to a minor. What the fuck are you doing? Let me EDP 445 this shit.
Oh, dog. I got to mention, because you mentioned EDP, dog. Because that's something that we got to talk about, bro. Dog, he back on the internet.
Oh, my God.
Not just on the internet. He back on YouTube, dog.
No. Of course, during football season, he would come back.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. What?
All right, let me stop.
No, not fuck him up. What? I'm gonna do my stuff.
Hating ass nigga don't like the song. You don't like the song because it's about you, weirdo. Oh, Lord, Seth, it's not your goal. That's not your goal. You a sick fucker. You know that? This episode's going to be 2 hours now because I'm talking about you. You sick. You're a sick fuck. What's wrong with you? There's so much going on. We can't get this all into under 2 hours. We just ranted and raved about the election and the fucking world news and all this other shit. We didn't even talk about video games. The fuck, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is coming back. We have to talk about this before we leave because 2 weeks from now it might be a whole different thing. Yeah, it's coming back. We might get a release date this coming week.
I think we did get a release date.
It says November.
Yeah.
Yes, it's November. I'm ready. Not 499 followers. What the fuck?
Man, yeah,
you an asshole.
Yeah. It's on this Icy doing Icy things, man. We
fuck
lost
you, Icy. You skank.
We
That's why
lost
you-
a follower, but man, that the dude whoever it was, I actually know who it was, man. Hold up, that's the last one. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it now. I gotta be toxic, bro. On my mama. I gotta say it, dog. I gotta say it. I don't talk bad about people on the internet, but we on Twitch.
You ain't do nothing nice. I'm just saying why you pointed it out.
Or he had to put a whole bit with it and everything.
Yeah, it was like his
On
phone.
my mama. On my mama, dog. On my mama, on my love for Siren, on the podcast, on SCPW Wrestling, man. A big fuck you to the man who goes
Sorry.
a man who goes by the name of the One True King, aka Pierce Perch. He was so mad about my booking his character that was booked well because he was upset that I got sick. He was upset that I was sick, that he unfollowed during the 500 follower stream. He was so mad about that. And I will just tell you forever, fuck you, Pierce Perch. I'm not deleting your character off the system. You are now going to be one of my jobbers. We're going to make sure that you get your ass beat every stream, if possible.
If you don't know what Rizu's talking about, here's another update, a life update. Like Rizu said, the Twitch stuff's been popping. Rizu and Shino, they both run wrestling organizations on Twitch. I used to run one. I'm going to relaunch mine. But he's talking about SCPW, and you can follow Rizu Infinite where you're watching this right now. Can you join? Yeah, you can join. Just send some basic info because I'm not using 2K. I'm using a completely different game. But he does that, and Pierce Perch used to be in, I believe, Shino's thing, and then he kind of migrated over
Pierce
to...
Perch was actually... See, because I think Shino took Pierce Perch, but Pierce Perch was in, like, the original, when I was just doing PPW. Pierce Perch was on there, and he used to be in stream, because I put him in a whole feud with Rizu Jr. and Drew Orleans on one of the old games, and he kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. So I was like, that's fine. You know, people get busy. I hadn't been streaming. So he popped back and stream. I was like, oh, welcome back, all of that. And he messaged me on Discord with his information and all of that. I was happy. I was like, yeah, bro, this is how the show's going. I'm going to book you on this show. You're going to appear on these days. And he was like, cool. And everything was cool. And then I got sick, and I said it. I said, hey, yeah, y'all, I'm sick. Everybody knew I was sick. I didn't stream for 2 weeks. And his reaction, I'm not being booked on the day that you said I was going to get booked. I'm unfollowing.
Wow.
So
it's
petty. Like, you know, it's his right.
He's an American.
He can
proud to be young and free. Proud to be an American. Well, I can unfollow for free.
You can unfollow exactly.
Hey, shit.
I had no beef that he unfollowed. It's fine, you know. I mean, I had no beef. I ain't gonna say I had no beef. The beef isn't that he unfollowed. It's the beef that he, like,
you did it through.
He was so upset that I got sick that he insulted my audience.
Rude.
And for that, you will be a jobber in my show. Straight up.
Exactly. Like, you have to hit the DMs and talk that out like men, because that's rude. You don't do that at all. But
so it's like, you know, fuck that. Like you can be a child about it. I don't care. I know. Wow, Rizu, you're saying fuck somebody? I thought you were nicer. Nah, fuck that shit. Ever since I got terminated, we got two mantras. One of them I only say at work. It's really, I don't want it to get misinterpreted, but also I'm not a mean person, I swear. I would go to work and I have a coworker who does not leave me He's not even a coworker. He's someone who be there. If he does not leave me the fuck alone, I'll sit there at work chilling, and he'll be like, "Yeah, cause how you feel about your kids? And oh, you're going from the kids now? You said, hold on, when do I stream the wrestling events?
He's talking
Sundays?
about. I think he's talking about mine, or it could be talking about yours. But yeah, let him know.
We'll talk about both of them. SCPW is Sundays at 11 and Mondays typically at 11, but this Monday I'm gonna start later because I haven't done my video for Monday, and I want to make sure that I get it out on time. But also, I'm gonna spend some time with Siren in the morning. I'm gonna cook her some nice breakfast. She sleeps, so she ain't hear me. I'm gonna cook her some nice breakfast. I'll make sure she's nice and fed. We're gonna spend some time, and then I'm gonna record later in the day. Not record. I'm gonna stream a little later in the day. DBW is like my shorter wrestling show, so I don't have to really worry about how long it actually goes. But MC is typing to Twitch chat. His is FPO, and you can talk about FPO real quick.
FPO is basically. All right, I'm gonna give you the backstory for it. So I ran a thing called Federation Online. It's in the Matt Dickey games. That's what we're using. We're using Wrestling Empire. And on the 5th episode, we got fired. So Federation Online closed. I just said, well, fuck it. I guess I'm not streaming this anymore. And then I found out there's an editor you can unlock. So I unlocked the editor, and I'm basically renaming it to, Federation Pro Online. And we're just going to be redoing that from scratch, since we can name stuff now and change how much money we have and where our territories are, all that good stuff. And it'd be fun to just interact with everybody and see what happens. Because honestly, you may book something one way. I'm like, I want this person to win. Nope. The game will say, fuck you, man. Absolutely not. I want this kid to die before the show starts. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, when I was trying to get the mode, Rizu quit the promotion, then came back to the promotion, won a title, and then quit the next week. And I just like, well, fuck, this game is unpredictable. And I love it for pro wrestling. I'm also, if I can get my computer to work, there's Pro Wrestling Sim, and then there's another game called Journey to Wrestling. Those are more management-based. So you're not going to see any action. You have to use your imagination. But it's something where you can just be in complete control of a company and book exactly how you want to book. And we see what would happen through there. So I just have to get some time to play it and get some money to buy Journey of Wrestling. But that's what I'm working on, along with this. I wanted to get this done first before I got back to streaming because I felt like this was way more important. And we hit the 2-hour mark. Ain't that some shit? We live in a society. Reason we live in a society. We've hit 2 hours.
Shit, we do live in a society.
Shit.
And as MC said, and as I said, we're going to try to keep these shorter. But we had a lot to talk to you guys about because we missed a lot.
Yeah. I missed talking to y'all. So I guess we got carried away. But yeah, the next couple episodes won't be as long. Type in chat MC so I can follow. There you go. The next episodes won't be as long. We're maybe saying an hour and 30 tops, depending on what's going on during the week. Could be 30 minutes, could be 45, could be whatever. I mean, the final episode of the last season of Old was only 15 some odd minutes. Might be longer after editing, but yeah, the fuck I did type.
It's because when you type, it pops up as me. I'm gonna shout out his channel real quick.
I see it. It says Riverside too. Whenever I speak, makes sense. Yeah, just go do that. Last thing I played was Super Mario RPG, and I beat it on stream, and that was a good therapeutic moment for me. But I think it is time to wrap this up. Because we have been yapping and yapping for 2 fucking hours.
Dog, for real. Episodes, I think if we're going by MC's old schedule, because I was reading because I had to do the RSS feed for the new stream and all of that. I'm thinking they're gonna go up on Thursdays still, but it's really MC's discretion. He's the editor.
Oh, hey guys, I heard you forgot about me. I can answer when that's happening, by the way.
Oh, go ahead, Mr. Narrator.
So Thursday was the right answer. If he isn't able to do it Thursday to get it up, I'll be, working hard to try to get it done on maybe Friday. So we're looking at Thursday, Friday for drops. And then you'll see stuff on social media because that's important to grow the audience. So you got to do that too. So yeah, Reezy, you were dead on. Good job. You remembered. Proud of you. Heart side.
Man, I do my thing. But a little bit of like, I want to say Lanyap. We mentioned it in the beginning, but we will be taking on guests. And for those watching, like you had Lamar. Lamar was in stream. Lamar. I don't know if he's still doing his podcast, but Lamar makes music.
Yeah.
So Lamar, like if Lamar wanted to come on stream, he just had we hit Lamar up, or he could hit us up and things like that. I will say, because I know we have people who love and adore our products. We are not just taking anyone. We were not going to call you up just so you can talk. There are certain people I want to just like pique their mind. Like, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, Seth Volta, I love you. Seth Volta, I love you. My boy.
Seth.
I have to say that you are probably the most controversial.
Yeah, but you're going to be laughing the whole time, and then you have to be like, oh, shit, why was I laughing at that? Every time I think of Seth, I think of the Doja Cat deal from way back. What an iconic...
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny. Like, sexist, yes. Misogynistic, yes. But was it hilarious? Absolutely.
But we're gonna peak multiple minds, and the Simply Complicated team, we have not shrunk our size. Even if you read like the description on Libsyn or Spotify when our RSS feeds go back up, because on upload day, I'm gonna have to go and tweak RSS feeds, get the podcast back out to the places that it was last time. Shoot, podcasting is indeed a journey.
It is. It's a job.
Don't think just because you don't see DV's name up there that we don't fuck with DV and you'll never hear his voice again.
Yeah.
Or anything of the sort. It is quite literally, we are podcasting. We're trying to. You never know. There might be a return of the sack, and y'all we take y'all questions again.
Yeah, there may be new segments like local stuff that you could listen to in town, and we talk about local artists, and you might think are dope.
You might get parodies. You might hear things. You never know what you might hear.
Just needed my pictures up. I understand.
No. What you guys need to know?
No. Hey. What the fuck are you doing here?
I had to come in and say.
I didn't ask you to come in.
This is the best podcast ever.
Get the fuck out. Bill, get out. Get out.
I have the billionaire flag and the billionaire hair.
Bill, please. Leave the episode now. I don't want to talk about your stupid ass hair and your stupid ass flair. Get out.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
I told you, man, we're going to have guests and you never know where they could come from.
They can go straight to hell. That's what they could do. They could completely disappear. What was that?
I forgot to mention a couple things. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Rizu, you know when MC pressed that button?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, things have changed a bit. Like, you guys are, you're you're not on the run anymore. You're kind of normal. Still operating out of a spaceship somewhat, but that only comes on rare occasions. I just wanted you to know things have changed, and you might have guests that come in that you've never met before. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry because this is what you needed.
Narrator, I swear to God, if that was you sent that fucking artifact to me,
I would never send you an artifact. I wouldn't send you $3. To be quite honest. I was then there watching you guys read it. Why the fuck would I send that to you? Reason doesn't even make any sense.
There was a knock?
what the fuck was that? You know what? Fine, narrator. I heard a knock at the door. Just open the door. I guess this is a studio now. We're not. Whatever.
Well, nephews. It's been a good ride, nephews, man.
What? Who are you again?
You look good, nephew.
Rizu.
It's your good old Uncle Buckeye.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
Nephew. Just know that if y'all need a sack brought in or y'all need somebody thrown, man, nephew, I'm just glad to hear that y'all is back.
Well, yeah, Buckeye, it's cool to see that. I don't understand how resets work. If you know what, cool. We did say some people would just find us, so it's nice you were able to find it somehow. You must be some sort of intergalactic being or something.
Nephew, you know I leave my truck here because I need to fix to go to work.
Oh yeah, this is just a studio now, not a house. That makes sense. It's still a building. You know what? Cool. It's cool. It's nice to see you, Buckeye. The sack will be back, by the way. It's up to the audience to send stuff to the sack so we can talk about the sack. That's why it's been light. Yeah, you know, buddy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I am very happy to be back. Y'all will definitely be hearing from us. We're definitely going to be trying to put out some things of great quality for y'all within the... Not try. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. We will be putting out things of great quality to you guys. Honestly, I'm just glad to be back, you know.
Same here. Once again, as I said at the top of the show, if the audio sounds a little weird, it is because I am not at my current setup, but I will be back on our next episode at my current setup, so things will sound like they're supposed to. So just apologies in advance if we have any tech issues. Hopefully we don't. But yeah, I think that's it. All that's left to do is to do the outro. And Rizu, you can wait. Nope. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, narrator. That's your thing. That's absolutely your thing.
Yeah, it is my thing. I'm supposed to close the show. I'm supposed to introduce the segments. You guys talk so long, I didn't get to say anything. That's not fair. Not fair at all. So now I'm going to say it. It is time for the outro, ladies and gentlemen. These two wahoos have talked a whole bunch. Now, Rizu, take us home.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You hush, Tat. Fuck you, man. They didn't let me talk the entire episode.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so sorry.
You already know it's your boy Rizu Phoenix, a.k.a. Rizu the Infinite, and you already know what I'm about to say. I haven't said these words in so long, so I'm very happy.
Have not. Say it.
Courage is the magic
that turns.
Will turn your dreams into reality. And I actually got a new one for y'all because it did something I've started saying. I'm not going to tell you where it's from. If you know where it's from, that's cool. If you don't, that's fine too. But it's something that I love and really will work well for us going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, our destinations may differ, but the orbit of our stars will eventually converge.
Like that. That's a good one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the hostess with the mostest, your Captain MCZX here, and it's glad to be back. I have not said this and forever, but you take care. You be good. I'm blinking.
Don't be hard on yourself.
Don't be hard on yourself. That's right. And remember,
yourself
Give yourself a try. There we go. There we go. Give yourself a try. Thank you all for listening. Y'all were awesome. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone that listens and everyone who follows us on this new journey. Thank you.
Now that we have finished the show, if to those listening, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you may be, just know we love you. Have your heart emoji. Purple one. Love y'all. Bye.